Hello everybody and welcome to the NRSL MLP Cup Series. We're here live at Homestead-Miami Speedway for the running of the Chevy No Roads 500. Usually this racetrack hosts the final race of the Sprint Cup Series season, the final race of the seasons for the three NASCAR series. But we're hosting here, it's hosting the second race of the MLP Cup Series season. I haven't been to Homestead in a long time, and I figured why not bring it back, and hopefully we'll get some good racing out of this track. We did good racing out in back in Talladega in the original mod, but we're back in Homestead. This is actually a bit of a different Homestead but still it's Homestead-Miami and we're going to race here, so yeah, I really have nothing else to say from this race, honestly. Anyway, on the pole today it is the 19 of Alex Tanker. On the outside is the 40 Rohit Vedarvu. Starting third is the 1 Sam Young, and fourth is the 9 George Rourke. Starting fifth is the 15 PJ Williams, 6th is the 27 Austin LaPlante. Starting 7th is the 31 Michael White, and 8th is the 32 Nick Parasols. 9th is our defending winner from Talladega, our 78 of Tyler Thaber, and rounding up the top 10, the 17 Kyle Beck. And now, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports, and I apologize, I must have skipped over, so I'll do it. Drivers, start your engines! There we go. See? Magic. Anyway, 27 laps at Homestead-Miami. Hope to have some good racing from this track, because I haven't been here in a long time. Looks promising, so hopefully we'll get that. And you notice it's a little different because it's actually a bit banked than the original Homestead, so that's something we can look forward to. Here we go. Tanker will lead us for 27 laps, and the green flag is out. We're underway at Homestead-Miami. Now look at this, Sam Young trying to take the lead away from Tanker. How about that? Sam Young leads the first lap for the second race in a row. And the caution's out. There's a spin. Sam Young just wrecked out. Under the caution flag, Sam Young just wrecked out when racing to the caution. Wow, this is off to a fantastic start here at Homestead. We'll get to the spin later. Look at that. Behind him is the 47, and Dustin Ray spun out. We'll get to that later, but first a three-wide battle turned ugly as you see Sam Young clipped by Alex Tanker on the start of the race, and he has damage. He has big damage, so wow. That's one way to start off a race, by having the very first lap some fireworks happen between Alex Tanker and Sam Young. And whoa, bad blood between Henry Nova and Jason Tross. Jason Tross was the driver that spun out behind the pack that caused this caution in the first place. Nova has spun out as well. I don't know, I guess he was angry at Tross because of the wreck in the final turn when we got to the first lap. And here's what happened back in the very first lap. And it wasn't Tross's fault, actually. It was someone else who did this. Whoa! Charles Sanford and Jonathan Thoman made contact. So that's what the caution was out for. Here we go. Sanford was trying to go 4 wide against the pack, and then he takes out Thoman. Thoman in turn hits Trost and Dustin Ray, and held up the 34 a little bit as well. I think that's Scott Ferguson. And yeah, Henry Nova got a piece of Dustin Ray, so he should be mad at Dustin Ray for that contact. Seth Brown was just narrowly avoided that, but a Team Pony, Devin Winston, Pichu, and Dylan Young weren't so lucky, and they wrecked out as well. Vedarvu, Michael White also got damaged. And you saw earlier, they also spun out behind Young and Tanker. Yeah, a lot of commotion happened right from the very first lap. The 40, yeah, there they are. Vadorbu and White made contact. Right from the very first lap, already, an unexpected twist happens. So anyway, let's see if Sam Young is able to stay ahead. Oh no, he's disappeared. He's into pit road right now. Wow. So what a way to start off a race. Alex Tanker wrecks. There's Henry Nova spinning. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sam Young just wrecked on the very first lap. Who's going to get the lead now? I think it's probably be Tyler Thaber. I have to see though, they're running a little quick. So, not sure who the leader is right now. Oh no, they're saying the 15's the leader. They're actually saying the 15's the new leader. That's PJ Williams. So I guess the new leader will now be PJ Williams. After the incident between Alex Tanker and Sam Young, wow, that was just incredible. Tanker is back on the field, but Sam Young, he's still in 37th, and I don't think he's back out in the car. He's back in, so tough break for Sam Young. He got mixed up with Tanker under the caution flag. Now he lost the lead, and now PJ Williams retakes the lead. The green flag is out again at Homestead-Miami. What a race tonight. And he blows by the lapped cars. Wow, what a shocking twist of events. Sam Young wrecked under caution as the leader. And now that hands it to PJ Williams, and now he's taking it off for the lead. Here comes Tyler Thaber, looking to make it 2 in a row. Oh, and there's a wreck behind. Once again, the 47 spun, and there's Jake Williams. Jason Tross for the second caution in a row has spun. We're going to see if they're going to keep it together, if they're going to race it to the line. From the looks of it, they're not going to. Oh, wait. Yeah, from the looks of it, they're not going to. So they're not going to race it to the line. Thank goodness. My goodness. Wow. Homestead-Miami, it's been real tough for these guys. Jason Tross, his day has gone from bad to worse. He is involved in a second straight wreck. Second wreck in a row he's been involved in. So that's pretty tough. 4 wide between Jake Williams, the 88, that is Nick Barney. Jake Williams, an Austin guy. Nick Barney, by the way, he in his first season, and they both spin Williams and Barney out. Oh, my, it was only a 3-car wreck, surprisingly, but... And were there more involved? No. There was 51, Jacob Lawler got held up. The 6 got held up. Wow. Jason Tross, second wreck in a row he was involved. And this time the leaders did not wreck, so thank goodness the leaders didn't wreck today. And a bit of an update right now. Sam Young is done for the day in 38th. Tanker is done 39th. White is 40th. Vadorbu 41st. Ray is 42nd. Lawler and Barney are also done. Jacob Williams and Henry Nova still a couple laps down. And the lap car on the bottom line was Team Pony. I thought it was Lawler. I thought it was Tanker, but it's Team Pony actually. Jake Williams has retired, so that leaves Team Pony and Henry Nova, both the only 2 lap cars left in the track. They're going to be on the bottom as PJ Williams, your leader, after he took the lead away from the incident we had on the very first lap. Boy, has this been a wreck fest here at Homestead-Miami Super Speedway. That's what it was called. With all the bumps, with all the little turns they've had, this track is turning out to be a real big one. Green flag is out. Oh boy, Thaber gets held up by the 13. Wow, tough break. As now you see the 9 machine of George Rourke now pulling into second. He's now in second. He's got a full lap. Well, it's down to these 2 now. the 21, Ryan Acosta is now battling for third. 3-wide battle. No one wrecks out this time, so thank goodness no wrecks this time. Down to these two, and now Ryan Acosta is going for that third spot. And Acosta has got it. But here comes the 17, and here comes the 27. The 17 is Kyle Beck, the 27 is Austin LaPlante, and the caution's out again. As PJ Williams leads us to the stripe. And a wreck, Jason Trost again. And Abby Sachs, Pete Chew, Ethan Hamill were involved. Wow, Jason Trost, was he the culprit of all the cautions? But wait a minute, no, it's not Trost's fault, believe it or not. It was another incident. It's just Trost was involved in his third straight wreck. Wow, his day is just really bad. Anyway, the wreck happened between Tommy Simpson in the 11 and Chris Washer, both rookies this season. And yeah, so it was a little bit of a rookie mistake between the two, as Washer spins out the 11 of Simpson to the grass. Then they come back up very quickly, and where do they take out the wreck? Simpson took out 83, and the 73 got hit by Tommy Simpson. All three of the cars must have, BK cars had damage, I think. Trost just spun out. The 38, Kyle Thomas, Ethan Hamill got involved. And 73 is also involved. The 5, as you already saw, spun out. Thoman, I thought Thoman had damage, but he made it out through clean. Sachs is down below pit road as he is smoking right now from the damage he had from the previous caution. Pichu, Trost, Hamill have retired. Abby Sachs now on pit road. He is done with the camshaft. Tommy Simpson, Chris Washer is done. That leaves Henry Nova and Team Pony still the lap cars. I'm surprised they still made it through after the wreck. So we may see them again on the bottom line, bottom of the leaders. They haven't been a factor about the leaders. So we should expect to see the same. PJ Williams still leading thanks to all the caution flags he was given. But can he hold on for long? Green flag is out again at Homestead. With 11 to go. And the 21 gets held up by the 13. That's going to cost him a bit of time right there. Now it's down to these two again between the 15 and 9. And I guess, wow. 10 to go here at Homestead-Miami. The other drivers in the pack are hoping for a caution to come out. And bumper to bumper between Austin LaPlante, Tyler Thaber. Battling for third position right now. 2-wide battle. And I think Green's still out. Still the top two battling for the lead. Roll trying to find room to make a pass. I think there's a spin. There's a spin. We have another caution. There was a spin behind between lap car Henry Nova. Henry Nova spun. Charles Roberts. Here comes George Ward. They took the green flag after the caution was held after they crossed the line. So they'll race to the line. Ward takes advantage. He's going to go for the lead under caution. And what a wild race to the line. They took the caution flag after they crossed the line, so they needed to get one more lap in. And here's what happened between the two. 32 was the one that spun. Both bump each other. That's Nick Parasols. Nick Parasols bumped Charles Roberts and spun him out right here. Right here takes out the lap car of Henry Nova, and Parasols just gives him a big nudge. Roberts a big nudge. He spins out as they're trying to keep it together. I think Parasols might have had contact with another driver. Devin Whitston had contact with him. Whitston had contact, and a little conflict between him and Charles Sanford. Like I said earlier, they took the caution flag. They passed the line after the caution came out, so they needed a race back to the line, of course. It was still green when they crossed the stripe right around here. And as you can see, the caution came out. And I hoped I could see the caution coming out. The moment the caution came out, right there. I think right there. There it is, the lights were on. The lights were, yeah, and then the lights were on. This next frame right here. So just thought to be sure it was a legitimate one. Yeah, they were passing for third, so that's why the caution came out. So that's when the caution came out. I apologize. So only a few more laps left here in Homestead, and the lap cars are definitely not going to be a factor at all again. In fact, Team Pony's the only lap car left in the field. Henry Nova, Devin Winston retired. And I think we may get only about 4 laps to go, which means just a few more laps to go. 3 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami, which means the next flag is going to end the race. And if we get a caution during the white flag lap, the race will race it to the line anyway. So we've had our longest green flag run today of just 3 laps. We'll see if it's going to be longer, just as long here when we take the green. Green flag is out with 3 to go for George Rourke. It's been these two all day, running in the top 2 after incident from Sam Young. Battle for second between Ryan Acosta and Tyler Faber. Tyler Faber looks to go back to back. He's trying to find a room for 3 wide with 2 to go. All bunched up right now with 2 to go. Acosta the leader. But now he gets held up by Faber. Here comes the 22 though. That is Gabe Williams. Gabe Williams trying to win it. Another Williams. Now the 15 trying to make a move. That's Austin LaPlante. White flag will be out with 1 to go. It's still 2 to 3 wide. We'll race it to the caution. Even there, if there's a spin between the 12. There was a spin behind. Oh, another spin! Alex Rago just spun out! So fast, I can't even catch up. Dion Scott, here comes George Rourke. Off the final turn, it'll be between Scott and Rourke. It's going to be Dion Scott. Dion Scott wins it. A wild last lap at Homestead, and Dion Scott, for the first time since Season 1, is going to victory lane. Dion Scott takes the win. A close battle between him and George Rourke for the win. On the final lap, there were 2 spins in the leaders here at Homestead. My goodness. We'll get to the first one right now. Boy, was it so fast, I barely could even catch up. My goodness. LaPlante, here it is, the first incident between the leaders. It was Austin LaPlante and Gabe Williams spinning out on the first turn. There it is, Williams spins LaPlante. I thought they were going to flip for a second. And, well, tough break for these two, as LaPlante was the leader on the final lap. He was the leader on the last lap. And then another incident happened between Alex Ragow and PJ Williams. So both Williamses were involved in leader wrecks on the final lap. Here it is again from PJ Williams' view. As you see, Gabe Williams spun out the 27 LaPlante right around here. That was where the spin happened, and here's the second one between Alex Ragow and PJ Williams. Ragow had a run on the bottom. Williams, though, he had other plans and spun out the 26. 15 was, of course, trying desperately to avoid it, but he could not do it in time. And they spin out as well. And also, they lost on the wreck. And here's Dion Scott, the race to the finish. Look at this. George Rourke had a huge run on the bottom on the final turn. And let's see how close the margin was. As we go frame by frame to the finish line. There it is. That's how close the race was to the finish. Dion Scott, by inches, was able to win it over George Rourke. Right here. That's the best view I could get. Dion Scott, wow. He had not competed in a series since the MLP Cup Series in Season 1. And now he finally gets back to victory lane with that win in a wild fashion. Boy, was it wild. Wow, that was one of the wildest races I've ever done. And Dion Scott was able to hold on over George Rourke to win it at Homestead. Ryan Acosta finished in third. Tyler Thaber, a second top 5 finish in a row for him, in fourth. Kyle Beck, fifth. Austin Geib, sixth. Seth Brown and Connor Smith, seventh and eighth. Tommy Heinrich finishes ninth. And Eli Sachs, the number 10, finishes 10th. And here's the rest of the field, as LaPlante and Williams had to settle for 24th and 25th. Wagow and PJ Williams 22nd and 23rd. They were so close to winning, and they all four of them wrecked out on the final lap when they were in the lead. Again, what a wild finish here at Homestead-Miami. I've never seen a race so well. I've seen a little bit more wild races than this, but still, it was wild. It was edge to edge of the seat action, and but in the end, Dion Scott was able to win it here at Homestead, snapping a 3-season winless streak as he comes back to win it. Congrats to Dion Scott getting his first win in a long time. So here are we'll be showing the point standings after race 2 right now. So take a Alright guys, here are your standings after race 2, a wild weekend at Homestead. Tyler Thaber, though, still retains the lead at becoming the first driver with 2 top 5s this season. Seth Brown moves up to second, as he moves up to second by 34 points behind Thaber. Kyle Beck is moved up 8 positions to third. Connor Smith moves up 5 to fourth. Charles Roberts drops 3 positions to fifth. Austin Geip to 8 positions up to sixth. Jonathan Thoman drops down to 7th. Dion Scott, his win propelled him 21 positions higher. He is now in 8th. Dylan Young and Kyle Thomas dropped 3 positions each to 9th and 10th respectively. George Rourke, though, was the biggest mover of the race. Despite finishing second, he moves up 24 spots high, and he's now up to 13th. And Ryan Acosta also moved up 23 spots ahead, over in 18th after his top 5 finish. The biggest loser of the race, the one who dropped the most positions in this race, after this race, was Rohit Vedarvu, down 16 spots, down to 31st. Yikes, that's gotta hurt. But anyway, still very early in the season, anything goes, so we hope you guys will stick around for the next race. So we'll hope you guys stick around for the next race. We'll see you guys later.